Three teams are still in the hunt for automatic promotion, with Derby County in pole position. Bolton Wanderers and Peterborough are lurking behind, ready to take up any mistakes that Derby County make. Peterborough there waiting just in case Bolton make them. Peterborough would need a hefty goal swing as well as 4 wins out of 4. But shall we get into it and look into each side and how the win of automatic promotion would be possible? So here is Peterborough. They currently sit 4th in the league table on 77 points. Now Peterborough and Bolton both play tonight as I am recording this video, and probably play in a couple of hours when you're watching this. Now it's a massive, massive week for both Peterborough and Bolton to keep their automatic promotion hopes alive. Both of them win tonight and the hopes are well and truly on for both teams, and it's going to be difficult to see how it's going to come out. But Peterborough can only hit a maximum of 89 points with 4 wins from 4. Now, for that to happen and for them to get above Derby County, they would also need a 13-goal swing if Derby were to win 1 game and lose 1 game. Now, if Derby were to win 1 and lose 1, Bolton Wanderers would be in pole position. However, if Peterborough won all 4, that means Bolton would have to lose, putting Peterborough in pole position to take that final automatic promotion place. A 13-goal swing over 4 games for Peterborough sounds very possible, but when you think Derby County have just 2 games left against Cambridge United and Carlisle, having a 14 goal swing looks very, very difficult. It did happen a few years ago for Bristol. They needed to win 7-0 on the final day in order to topple the automatic promotion. I believe it was automatic promotion place, and they got themselves into that place with a 7-0 win on the final day. Peterborough have a lot to do if they are to win automatic promotion. They need to go 4 wins on the bounce. Now, they have a squad that is very capable of doing so, but they do face a difficult side in Bolton on the final day, a side who are also battling for that final automatic promotion place. And realistically, Bolton could take Peterborough out of the run-in with a win on that final day, or even a draw. Now, obviously, that result would then impact Bolton's chances at automatic promotion, as they are hoping for Derby County to drop points. Now, going to Fleetwood Town and potentially relegating them is Peterborough's task. That's the first task in hand. 1 game at a time. A win tonight puts them on 80 points. But they could still be 5 points behind Bolton if Bolton are to win their game at Shrewsbury. So it's difficult, really, really difficult to give Peterborough a proper, real chance at this automatic promotion place. Personally, I think the defeat at the weekend to Oxford has taken them out of the run-in for automatic promotion. I still think they can finish 3rd, but I don't quite think they're going to be able to win 4 games out of 4 and get automatic promotion. And I do think it's going to come to the final day. Obviously, Bolton have a game tonight against Shrewsbury, and they have a tough task on their hands because they need to beat Shrewsbury in order to keep the pressure on Derby County. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of this Football League season, which is the end of April. Hopefully, we'll have some playoff coverage as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay tuned. Let me know who you think is going to take the final automatic promotion place down in the comments. I'm really interested to see your guys' outlook on it, because for me, I think it's very difficult to call. I think tonight's fixtures will give us a proper understanding of how the table looks and what could be happening going into the final 2 games. But let me know your thoughts down below. I want to hear your take. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you in the next part of the video. Now, let's take a look at Bolton Wanderers. They have 82 points on the board currently, with 3 games and 9 points left to play. Now, as mentioned when talking about Peterborough, they face each other on the final day in what could be the chance at automatic promotion for both sides, depending on situations. Now, Bolton play Shrewsbury Town and Port Vale before that game. And don't get me wrong, I don't believe Shrewsbury have anything to play for, and Port Vale are fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table. But are they winnable games? Absolutely. Bolton could go into the final day on 88 points. And that is going to be the task that they're going to set themselves with to give themselves the best opportunity. Now, as a Derby County fan, the hope is that Bolton drop points tonight at Shrewsbury, because that would keep Derby at 3 points distance, and all Derby would need to do at the weekend is match the result of Bolton to secure automatic promotion. Now, there's more chance of Bolton securing the second automatic promotion spot than there is Peterborough. That is because of the current situation. They are 4 points behind Derby County as of right now, and with their game in hand that they play tonight against a very winnable side again in Shrewsbury, they could find themselves within 1 point heading into the final 2 games of the season. They then face Port Vale at the weekend. Port Vale, a team scrapping for their lives at the bottom of the table, as previously mentioned, a very, very winnable game. But Derby head to Cambridge. Derby beat Cambridge last season away from home in what I believe was Paul Warne's first game in charge, and Paul Warne will be hoping to do that once again. Now, Bolton Wanderers have a very tough task on their hands, in my opinion. All the pressure is on them. Derby County are secure and settled, and knowing that only dropping points brings Bolton back into the equation, it's difficult to see past Derby County with their final 2 games of the season. But Bolton Wanderers are a very good side. But it's how they're going to react from their draw with Portsmouth. At the weekend, they absolutely dominated Portsmouth, created the most chances, had very good opportunities to win that game, but failed to convert their chances. And I've said it time and time again since I started making these videos on this channel about my own team in Derby. When you're not clinical, it then becomes a confidence issue, and it can rub off onto the players. Now, obviously, Bolton have a very good squad. Bod Varson's missed quite a few important chances recently. He missed one at the weekend. He missed one against Derby in what ended up being a 1-0 loss. So they have a bit of issues in the forward line. Now, Collins has started scoring for them recently. I believe he has something like 7 goals in his last 9 games. And Dion Charles is on his way back from injury. He's been sitting on the bench recently. I believe he's got on a couple of times, but it'll be interesting to see whether they save him now for a potential playoff push, because obviously it's important that you have your best players fit for that, or if they're going to just chuck him in to try and essentially take over Bod Varson's misses and turn them into clinical goals. Now, going into that final day, Bolton are going to want to be on 88 points. That would essentially take Peterborough out of the running. It would, because if Bolton win 2, then they would have to lose against Peterborough, which makes that final game very, very, very pressurised. Now, there is a way in which Peterborough are still in the running, and that would be a win and a draw in these 2 games for Bolton. But in the events that happens, all Derby County need is 1 win. So it's very difficult to see how Peterborough can get into the battle. It's also difficult to see how Bolton can keep themselves within it too, because just dropping 2 points gives Derby all the initiative they need, and that could happen tonight. Now, finally, it's Paul Warne's Derby County, currently sitting on 86 points, and as it stands right now, could still win the title. Yes, definitely not going to happen. Portsmouth have 3 games to play. They play Barnsley tonight, and then I think they play Lincoln, and then obviously I think it's going to be all said and done tonight. In my personal opinion, I think Portsmouth will pick up a draw tonight, which then essentially rules Derby out of the title if they pick up another point. But Derby will be looking to win both of these games. Now, there is a chance that a win and a loss could get them promoted. There's also a chance a win and a draw could get them promoted. And as Paul Warne said best in his press conference, nobody knows how many points you're going to need from now until the end of the season. We might only need 87 points in total to get promoted, meaning that Bolton would need to collect 5 points. We might only need 86 points. Bolton might lose all 3 of their games. Peterborough might lose a game, and then that takes them out of the running. So it's a very, very pressurised situation for all teams to make sure they get their maximum points. Now, it's a very, very difficult task for the likes of Peterborough to be able to topple Derby County. Derby County would have to obviously drop their goal difference, which is 13 more than Peterborough. They'd also need to lose to one of these 2 teams. Now, it is not impossible that Derby lose to Cambridge or Carlisle. You only have to go back just a few days ago, a week or so ago, where Derby dropped 2 points to Wycombe Wanderers. You then only have to go a week before that, where Derby dropped all 3 points away at Northampton. So dropping points isn't out of the realms of possibility for this Derby County side, who have 10 plus losses in the league this season. It's not impossible that they lose a game. It's not impossible that they draw a game. But the big question is, who is in the driving seat? And the driving seat is for one man and one man only, and that is Paul Warne. He's been in this position on multiple occasions before with Rotherham. He's got them promoted on 3 full season occasions, and Derby County have to lean on all that experience. Despite poor results in recent weeks to Northampton and Wycombe, they've picked up an impressive draw at Pompey. They picked up an impressive 3-0 smashing of set-piece brilliance versus Leyton Orient at the weekend. And this weekend is no different. They have to go into that game against Cambridge with their foot firmly on the gas. They have to do whatever is necessary to get all 3 points and make sure that they go into that final game of the season in second place. Whatever happens between Bolton and Peterborough on Tuesday the 16th of April, as I am recording this, is obviously massively important. A win tonight puts tons of pressure on Derby County for Bolton. If Bolton win, they really apply that pressure, but Derby County still hold the cards. A win tonight for Peterborough and a win tonight for Bolton really applies the pressure. But if Bolton drop points and Peterborough win, then it becomes a case of 3 points maybe. Derby County could be ahead of Bolton Wanderers, and they might be looking over their shoulder at, oh, we've got Peterborough chasing us down, and then that applies pressure on Bolton Wanderers. Now, it's a very difficult task to call this automatic promotion race. As a Derby County fan, I've seen us drop in positions like this before. It was probably about 8 years ago now, where Derby County went into the final day of the season just needing not to lose, just needing a draw. Well, to be fair, I think we could have lost 2-0, and goal difference-wise, we'd have stayed in the playoffs. What did we do? Missed a penalty against Reading and lost, I believe it was 3-0 on the day at home. So it's not out of the realms of possibility that Derby County fall out of these automatic promotion places and end up in the playoffs. However, Bolton Wanderers have been in this position before too. Ian Everett has got Bolton Wanderers promoted. He got them into the playoffs last season. Now, the big question is Darren Ferguson. He's been in this position. He's won countless times with this Peterborough United side, and he's gone on winning runs before. But can he do it again, just once more, to get them the best possible chance of that final automatic promotion place? Now, in my opinion, I want to say Bolton, because I can't say Derby. I don't want to seem biased. I think Derby have the best possible opportunity. I said it a week ago. Everything depended on how the table sat at 5 o'clock this Saturday just gone. And it sat with Derby County 4 points ahead of Bolton. Preferably would have preferred 5 and a loss. But it is 4 points. That's what we're sitting at right now. And that gives Bolton the opportunity to go a point behind us. It's going to be very difficult over these next few days. It's very tense. I'm very, very nervous, as I'm sure you lot are. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Who is going to take this final automatic promotion place? Do you think Derby are really in the driving seat? Or do you think Bolton are going to be able to topple them? Do you think Peterborough are going to surprise everybody and find their way into that final automatic promotion place? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of April. I know we're 47 away, but I'm sure that we can do it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner, and I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.